Hello, creative minds. How are you doing? Is everything fine? I'm pretty sure you are okay because you're learning Twinmotion, and that's a great news. I'm Sajid Montazeri, and in this session, we will work on some other materials in the project. Following the wood section we covered previously, I'll enter the materials tab and go to the stones section here. So here I can choose stone section. Huh? We have access to exceptionally high quality stone varieties in this software. I'll test a few samples for you. Just click and drag onto the object here. As you can see, it displays the stone with great quality. And here's an important point. Always check the top section and preferably set the UV mapping to cubic right at the start, so the texture sits correctly on the object. I can try another sample here. This gives a very attractive texture. Note that the material is applied to this column as well. Let's quickly check from the camera view. The contrast between light and dark areas creates a very attractive look. And also we could accept this one, or this other option is also, in my opinion, interesting. We have various marble types as well, but for here I want to use this specific texture uh, stone. Maybe, for example, uh, this one. I check it. I click on it to enter the setting. Mhm. In the settings under tint, we can consider a darker color. Very good. I'll hit OK. Very good. Let's look closer. It seems a bit too dark in this part. So we can adjust the luminosity to bring out better details. And I'll add some grounds to create a realistic, dirty look. Since this texture already has color options like gamma, you can just work with these options, sliders. Lift and gain help us control those details more professionally. And here I'll leave these as default, but I'll set gamma to around zero 0.8 to darken it very slightly, this part. In the UV section, selecting board space makes the texture mine much finer. I'll hit randomize UV. Changing to local space doesn't show much change here. Again, let's test the angle. I'll rotate it 90 degrees. If you want the stone height to appear elongate vertically, this works very well. So here I can change the number of these sliders. Maybe this one. However, the scale is too small. I want to make the texture larger while keeping this vertical arrangement, and I can enter exact numbers here. So here let's test, for example, 1.75 or actually 1.65 maybe, seems better. The other settings are repetitive, so I'll skip them here. So you don't need them. For sound, yeah, you can choose this part. There is no specific stone option, so we use a concrete. Now for this right side wall, you can repeat the same material or choose a similar one. For now, I won't assign a special material here. And to keep the contrast, I do that. Checking the camera view here, yes, I think it looks good and everything is fine until now. Let's move to this planter area. I might want to use a stone material here, or perhaps a brick. Let's test a stone first. So see, I just test and see what is the best option. I drag and drop it. Let me check the UVs. And does changing the UV fix the alignment or not? What do you think? I think it seems okay. And we can check the rotation here after that. 90 degrees, 180, or just stick with 0. I think 0 is sufficient here. I just need to make the texture coarser. I can use offset to position the stones better. Also using the stretch options, I can adjust the X and Y axis independently. Very good. I can adjust these axes. I want to stretch it in the Y direction so the texture becomes more visible. And most importantly, I must add grunge here. Since this area is watered for the plants, we will definitely have water stains. I'll take a quick retracer render to check. It looks fine here. Since it's far from the camera, we don't see minute details, but for close-ups, it's crucial. Now for this section, I can use a suitable material like this one or this one could be attractive. Obviously, the UV needs changing, but we can judge the general look first. This seems good, actually, and provided we fix the UVs. I set a proper UV, change the scale, and also here I can change the scale and rotate it to 90 uh, degrees here, 90 degrees. This looks like a great option for this part. Very nice, so far so good. I'll add grounds to create some watering, and also we can test materials here. For example, this one. Very good. I'll use a material picker, check the UV again, and hit randomize this time. For this one as well, randomize UV. Randomize UV. Very good. And maybe test a 90-degree rotation to get a vertical texture this time. Excellent. Regarding the bumps, I can check uh, the normal settings this time. So I look for normal settings and I check this part. It drives the bumps from the map. If you hit invert, the bumps and dents are reversed. We can also check parallax to see the depth effect. I'll check normal again and parallax. So here I just change the slider. And I think this level of depth is acceptable here. So here I have it. The distance looks appropriate. You can tint it brighter or darker if needed. Next, let's briefly check the interior parts. The stone material might not be perfect for the interior, but since I'm not rendering the interior right, and now it's fine actually. From the outside, it looks correct, don't you think? I think it's correct. Okay, we are done with stones. Let's enter the brick section this time. We have various bricks. I can, for example, test this one. Mhm. Again, check different materials and see what are the effects. Or this white brick, or maybe this colored one. Here you can see the effect of different colors in the texture. You can control it. You can control if these colors should be dark, light, or how saturated they are by choosing the best option and changing the slider. I can think the white material works best here, maybe. So I choose the white one. I select it in the tint section. I'll apply white with higher intensity. I'll add grunge after that. Here. So we have that dirt texture on the right wall as well, ground here, So we have the dirt. All right. In the UV section, I need to find the right scale. You can calculate this comparatively. For example, if we assume a 1 meter height, how many bricks with a 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter thickness fit there? That's the question. Maybe here 20 bricks of 5 centimeter fit. And this part, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 18. This shows the bricks might be a bit too fine. If we consider each brick 10 centimeters, we need to adjust the scale, so about 10 bricks fit here. Let's test 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, maybe a bit larger this time. It could be a slightly bigger, but overall, I think this size is appropriate now. The settings for bricks are the same as before, so you can apply what we learned previously. So here you can change the settings. The next section is a ground material, which I prefer to cover in the next part. So until the next session, thank you so much. Take care of yourself and goodbye.